Wesley test me.
Yeah, guess I know no better. I ain't got no chill, so they call me a devil. I know. Look, I am just a man on a mission. If I want it, then I get it, I go. And if you're trying to test me a beast, you gon' need Liam Neeson. The chance that you're taking is flagrant. You're testing your luck. If you think you'll make it out, then you're sadly mistaken. Careful what you putting your stake in, cause I ain't got no patience and no limitations. You trying to figure me out and I know I don't make sense, but no one's there when you call like you're trapped in the Matrix. You need to take a break from it, I think you should take 6. Cause yes, I hold a throne and no one else can replace this. The pain will only go deeper the harder you chase it. I'm the greatest that you ever met, it's time that you face it, so tell me.
Why you still testing my patience? Trying to turn me into something I ain't trying to be. All that hate is a heavy rotation. You gon' lose yourself, quit testing me.
Don't make me lose my mind. Don't make me lose my mind. Don't make me lose my mind, cause I'm looking like Wesley test me. Don't make me lose my mind. Don't make me lose my mind. Don't make me lose my mind, cause I'm looking like Wesley test me. Cause I'm looking like Wesley test me. Don't make me lose my mind, cause I'm looking like Wesley test me.
I'll go again. I never quit, cause I know that every loss may lead to another win. I'm going up. I bet when I land, they gon' tell me it's luck again. See that I'm winning, it's harder to watch. I'm setting the stage, you should give me my props. You ain't got no soul, you lacking the spirit. You talk out your neck, I'ma show you I'm with it. I would really hate for you to sit and watch me win again and win again and win again. I know it's probably getting on me and win a synonym. So if I ever win again, it's no I did the minimum. I didn't have to sell my soul. Oh, yeah. Please don't play no games with me. It was never about the fame to me. They needed the best, so they came to me. Whoa. Who the best in this thing? Tell them, yeah, that's me. Tell them who bring the vibe, say, yeah, that's me. Who make it flip, make it bang, ooh, yeah, that's me. Who make the party feel alive, tell them, yeah, that's me. My girl so proud of your boy when they ask, is that your...
From the press box that we have here in North Central Ohio. Here we are at the Colt Corral from Belleville, Ohio for some boys soccer action. 2 500 teams. One's got to get better tonight. We're going to see which team it'll be, the Lexington Minutemen or the Clear Fork Colts. 2 teams looking to get themselves back on track and in the race for their respective conference championships. We'll be back with the start of this one here live and free on the OH Report.
We are a compounding pharmacy, so we compound medication that people are not able to find other places. We can make oral liquids, so like liquids you take by mouth. We make creams and ointments, so if you need a medication delivered topically or through the skin, we can get medication into creams that way. We can also make medications into capsules, as well as suppositories, nasal sprays if you need it, things like that.
I think one of the things that makes Wellspring so unique is to give the patient that ability to choose between traditional and or complementary.
If you're needing medication and you're not able to find what you need, or you need it to go into your body in a different way, that's what we help with.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
now for your pregame show from the Colt Corral, brought to you by Panchos Tacos Mexican Restaurant here in Belleville and also in Mount Vernon. Lexington taking on Clear Fork. The captains have just parted there in the middle of the field as both lineups will make their way out to the field. We'll read those to you as we approach kickoff. But first, let's go ahead and cover both of these teams because both of them have had pretty good going so far in the season. 3-3-1 for the Lexington Minutemen on the road, even at 500. So are the Clear Fork Colts. We'll talk about them in a second. But Lexington, they've had a good run in the OCC, 3-0-1. They've beat Ashland, they've beat West Holmes, and they've beat Worcester. They tied recently with Mansfield Senior. And they just played a really solid squad in the Perry Panthers, who are 6-2-1 on the year, respectively, for themselves. And they're ranked 28th in Division II. So you see that 3-1 loss. There's a little bit of the explanation behind that loss. Perry, a really solid squad in their conference that I believe is the Frontier League. So player spotlight for Lexington, someone who's been a star for this team for quite some time, Will Perkins. He had a lot of help last year, a lot of seniors that graduated, but he is the leader of this new team, all OCC second team in 2023, and he's on pace for another solid year that should get him in contention for OCC first team and maybe even player of the year. 4 goals so far on the season and a couple of assists as well. We don't have the exact number on those, but Will Perkins, he's had a solid year playing at forward and midfield. He'll be kind of all over the field when you see him today for the Minutemen, who are wearing white tonight. Let's go ahead and talk about the Clear Fork Colts wearing green today. Usually wear black here at home, but they switched it up. So you've got Clear Fork at 4-4-1. They're 3-1-0, and they have outscored their MOAC opponents in their wins 13-0. They just played Marion Harding yesterday and won 4-0. Before that, they played Pleasant. Score was 9-0. So big wins for them. They're looking to do it again here against Lexington, a former OCC rival. Key player for Clear Fork is Owen Weikle. It's just a sophomore, but he's got 7 goals and 1 assist. He is the reigning Mansfield News Journal Athlete of the Week. So let's go ahead and take it out to the field as we hear the national anthem.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a great country with freedoms like no other. To honor America and respect for all those that serve this great country, to defend these freedoms, you are invited to stand and sing our national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner.
Back up in the press box after the national anthem. Joining me here in the booth, Jesse Ryder. Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you? Good to be here for a big soccer rivalry game tonight. A lot of fun. Certainly two teams who, I probably wish this season would maybe just a little bit different at this point, but I think some talent's going to be here tonight. I think it's always a good, competitive, fun rivalry game, so it should be a fun night of soccer.
Yeah, these two teams, former conference opponents. It feels like so long ago when that was the case, but of course Clear Fork back in the MOAC, and they're looking pretty good in the MOAC right now.
Yeah, so the tough loss to Ontario. Ontario's got a good group this year, but it certainly beat both of these teams. So Ontario's got a good group, but Clear Fork has been playing well. And this is always kind of that marquee game for Clear Fork of trying to find how good are they? And so they've always used Lexington as kind of that gauge. And so I think what's going to be key for Clear Fork is can they kind of get over that the admiration and be able to play a competitive game and kind of go back and forth with them and see where do they stack up with them, but look to compete and win and not just see as kind of a gauge game.
So you missed our pregame where we got to talk about individual players, but I'll ask you about them right now. So for Lexington, Will Perkins, how big has he been this year?
Yeah,
and really in general?
Yeah, I just think he's such a threat. He's so fast, he's so creative that if he gets the ball in really the attacking third of the field, you expect good things to happen. And so if you're Lexington, you've got to figure out a way, how can we get Will Perkins the ball in dangerous areas to let him be creative, to let him go to goal, and really put the Clear Fork back line under pressure. And so I think that's going to be key for Lexington is can they figure out ways to keep getting him the ball in dangerous areas on the field. And on the flip side for Clear Fork is you've really got to limit where is Will Perkins getting the ball, how much is he getting the ball, and really make him work to get the ball.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and read over these starters. First for Lexington, they were just announced on your screen and with the PA announcer. In goal will be Trenton Reed, the senior. He'll wear number 0. Number 2, Will Perkins. We just talked about him. He's a senior for this team. Cohen Lotzenheiser is wearing number 3. He will start as well. Logan Herod, number 4, another senior on this team. Sophomore Cam Turlow also starts, wearing number 6. Number 9, Noah Utt will play up front. And then you got Jabix Mack, number 12, a senior. That's probably one of the more unique names I've ever seen, how it's spelled. Number 13, Joe Hathaway is the senior. He'll be one of the anchors on the back line for this Lexington team. Number 19, Colton Yugovich. And number 21, Trevor Manuela. And number 22, Jackson Pig. All 3 of those guys I just mentioned are seniors. For Clear Fork, in goal will be number 31, Hayden Wilson. He's a senior. Also, Liam Beer will wear number 1. He is a senior out in the field. Number 6, Owen Bourne. Number 7, Cade Beachy. Number 9, Bronson Frost. And number 10 and 15, brothers, Finn and Landon McCauley. Finn, a sophomore, and Landon, a senior. Number 11, Owen Weikle was our key player we just talked about. And then we got, rounding out the starting 11 for Clear Fork, 2 more brothers, AJ and Sam. AJ, a sophomore, wearing 16, and Sam, a senior, wearing number 18. So, Jesse, these 2 teams will make their ways to the benches and getting close to kickoff here in the Colt Corral.
Yeah, absolutely. You look at the Lexington roster, and it is a senior-heavy roster for sure. I counted 14 seniors that are dressing tonight, many of them starting. A sophomore in the starting lineup and just a couple of juniors. So certainly that is an experienced bunch, but at Lexington sometimes it's funny. You can get an experienced bunch who hasn't had that much experience yet at the varsity level. They've had multiple years of having so many seniors who have kind of led the way, and then you get to another group, and it's now the next seniors group turn, and so they've got a terrific number of seniors. But we'll see what does that look like now that they kind of get their own chance and kind of get to write their own story tonight.
And I think you see that trend more in soccer, just out of the other sports, just because it takes so many to field a roster, and they've been playing each other in each grade all the way till they get up to high school, and then you get to the point where they just keep going.
Yeah, and to be able to maintain that kind of, I'll say, legacy that Lexington has, where you just keep having these senior-laden classes who are, it's not just high in number, but high in talent as well. You know, you look at the success of the Lexington program over the years and just continued success, continued impressive results and tournament runs and all these different things. So certainly credit to Coach Tim and his staff and kind of how they've just continued to build and just been so senior heavy year after year, but then you come in with another group and they're ready to do the same thing.
Before we kick off, want to thank our sponsors bringing us here to the Colt Corral tonight. Wellspring, Panchos Tacos Mexican Restaurant, Mechanics Bank, Koorsen Fire and Security, and Charter Next Generation. We are underway. Clear Fork will start with the ball and send it to the keeper. First touch for Trenton Reed between the posts.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Maybe a little bit of clash of styles here. Clear Fork has a tendency, they're very strong in the back line. They'll just try and get the ball forward to some of their playmakers and see what happens. Like I said, maybe a little more possession-oriented, going to kind of keep the ball a little bit. But I've just struggled to kind of keep a consistent high level throughout the year. Certainly they have a tough schedule and played last night even. So I think both teams are coming off a back-to-back, which is always difficult and not so super common at high school soccer, but both teams kind of falling into that right now.
Yeah, if you're just joining us, Lexington in their last game yesterday was against Perry. top dog in the Frontier League over in Canton. 6-2-1. They're ranked 28th in Division II. So you see the 3-1 score, and very understandable with a team like that.
Yeah, I think certainly credit to Perry. They got a good group there. I think Lex probably would like to have that game back a little bit, and a couple things that probably didn't go their way and maybe a little frustrated just at the end of the game, and you saw just maybe a little bit of that inexperience and just couldn't quite finish the game with collecting the ball, getting shots on goal, but just a lot of turnovers there for them to kind of finish that game out. But kind of the pro and the con is you get a chance to kind of do it again and do better here the next night, and to see how fast can you learn in about 24 hours or even 12 hours at that.
Swindle's free kick misses a couple Clear Fork players. They run back to get it. Around the 10, turning the corner and getting dispossessed.
Looks like Nick Martin there, who he didn't have as a starter, but looks like he's in the game and started, obviously.
Yeah, Martin wearing 23 just passed it off right there. Good stuck-in tackle by the Lexington defense, and here's a potential run. Will Perkins on the ball. Good stick-in. Macaulay, Landon.
Yeah, we talked about earlier, Will Perkins getting the ball. Certainly you can see his pace, you can see his creativity. He's having to drop so far back right now to get the ball. Just missed the opportunity there. You want him to get the ball, go into space, really on the attacking side of midfield. That's when he's going to be dangerous. And so you've got to just kind of be a little patient in the possession and look to kind of open the game up and find some space for him to work in. But he's having to drop so far back right now, not much of an offensive threat because he has to defend so deep.
Finn Macaulay just can't get to that ball, so the first goal kick of the night will go to Lexington.
Colton Jugovic on the goal kick here. You know, one of the things you don't get on the soccer roster is usually that height. You know, you get that on the basketball roster. Colton Jugovic appears to be by far the biggest guy on the field right now.
Touch gets away from Lexington, take away from Martin, but it gives it right back. Towards the middle, pass to the other side. Herod.
Bit of a rushed possession there. There's a couple careless turnovers as Lex has won the ball. They're working hard defensively to keep the ball in front, but just not clean on the offensive end yet.
Nice weighted ball between two Lexington defenders. Finn Macaulay trying to play him in, and Jugovic able to shield him off and give another goal kick to Lexington that he will take.
Yeah, as you look at Lexington's record, certainly there's some uncharacteristic Lexington-type results with a loss to Ontario, which hasn't happened in probably 15 or so years, and a tie to Mansfield Senior, which hasn't happened that I can remember. I'm sure at some point, I believe maybe 2011 or so, the senior high had a decent group, but a couple results that maybe didn't go Lexington's way, certainly locally, and they obviously play such a tough non-conference schedule of teams from all over the state. You mentioned Perry and Bay, and so that loaded schedule, but usually they kind of just own the community, and that's not quite been the case here. And so I think Clear Fork really thinks, hey, we got a chance here. We can get out and play with them and kind of see what we can do.
And familiar opponents, as here's a ball into the box. It's flicked in, and it'll be a goal to start here for Lexington.
Yeah, we talked about the creativity of Will Perkins. There you saw it. He got the ball, and if we're looking at the football lines, right around the football 10, 15, creative movement to the corner, great ball across. I thought the Clear Fork keeper probably needs to go down to make that save. Look, he tried to come out for a foot save and just didn't get enough on it, and Lexington deflects it right into the back of the net. I didn't quite get the number of the goal score. If you were able to see that on your...
It's number 3, Cohen Lotzenheiser.
Okay, that's a great run, and he kept his run all the way in, and that's why you do it. It's a veteran move right there. Just keep going and just see what happens, and what happens is Lexington gets on the board early.
Yeah, so just 10 minutes into play, Lexington with the upper hand, making Clear Fork play from behind.
Clear Fork giving up a lot of goal kicks here to Lexington. And certainly you want to kind of keep the ball away from Lexington, and these goal kicks are resulting in opportunities for Lexington to kind of open the game up a little bit, gain possession, gain some confidence. Will Perkins has moved in more and looked like a central striker role now as opposed to playing on the wing.
Crucial intervention. Jugovic recovers and gives it near side to Jabix Mack. Headed out of bounds by Perkins. right at midfield. Clear Fork will throw. Far throw doesn't really go to a teammate. Perkins, nice turn, gets past a second defender.
You see the skill and pace of Perkins there, just kind of doing whatever he wants, continues to do whatever he wants.
Into the 18,
oh,
he scores again.
Certainly not a play that anybody kind of saw ending like that. Hard at the keeper, but the keeper had his hands on it, just kind of deflects it into his own goal. I think maybe surprised by the pace of that shot, but it's 2-0 Lex, and it's early.
2 goals within just 90 seconds of each other.
Well, certainly the player of the game is living up to those names right now. He's got a goal and assist in just about 12 minutes into the match here. You saw the pace and the creativity. He took on about 3 defensive players for Clear Fork. Clear Fork was a little just kind of sluggish in their defensive efforts and then just let him free on goal. And I'm sure that's a play that the keeper would like to have back, but just didn't quite come away cleanly with the ball there.
2 goals in 10 minutes for Lexington, and they're on the ball again.
It's good composure by Lexington. If they can just keep the ball moving like this, it'll wear Clear Fork out. It's going to allow them to kind of get some creative opportunities. A tough turnover there. They've done well to kind of keep possession, but kind of an unforced error there, a little aggressive on the ball wide.
Another throw far side this time for Clear Fork. And the Colts are dispossessed on that throw. It'll actually go back out, and they'll throw again.
Yeah, right now Clear Fork's strategy has just been kind of big and hit the ball hard and see what happens. And right now it's resulting in a lot of goal kicks for Lexington and not a lot of opportunities for Clear Fork.
Another long throw, and that time it will go off the Colts. Going quickly here, Lexington with Perkins. Flicks it on to his teammate, both goal scorers, Heiser. Plays one into the box, nobody there for the Minutemen.
That's a good idea. Lex was a little behind the ball there. Good ball by Heiser. He liked the idea. It's going to go big again, but right to Lexington again. Not a great clearance, though.
High header will land right with the Colts. And the official blows his whistle right there.
Lex is sending some numbers forward now. Not seen Lex go long yet. He's going to move the ball back 3 yards. See if that does anything at all. Lexington's going to keep the same strategy to see how hard we can get it. What's key in this type of play is can you beat the back line? That's a great ball. That is a monstrous ball. Forces the keeper into a save. That's a corner. Man, I couldn't tell. I think that was Jabix was on the ball there. They just smashed that. It was beyond the football 50. One bounce over the goal. Maybe he had a shot at the goal. It's hard to see. The keeper felt so he had to make a save, and he tips it over the bar.
Yeah, from my angle, it looked like he was going right to the top right corner.
I'm just saying that's such a hard ball because you just got to get over that Clear Fork line that was so far away, but he had no problem doing that at all.
In swinging corner, goes right to the keeper. Tough play. Hits the upright and goes out for a goal kick. Jugovic got the connection.
Yeah, good run in. 2 guys unmarked on the back post, a little deeper than the goal, but Clear Fork is struggling a little bit defensively right now. There's some 2 goals they've given up, and that's a couple opportunities they've given up, and as well, they're going to have to clean this up before this gets out of hand.
Good touch by Perkins, plays a ball in. Last effort on the defensive end will force a corner.
Yeah, good defensive effort. Always tough to go down in the box there. You're going to make sure you don't give up a PK, but he was making sure he got the ball and took it out of bounds for the corner. Last corner was certainly dangerous for Lexington. Got a free look at the ball there. You look at Jukovic just kind of sitting on top of the 18. You assume he's got to be the target. He appears to be the biggest guy by far. Sometimes the biggest guys don't like to use their head. We'll see if that's the case here.
This one's much higher, headed in. It's not Jukovic. It's Noah Utt.
We are 9 minutes in, and Lexington has got 3 up already. Clear Fork is just really struggling to start the game right now. It has been a tough go.
The lights flick on, but they flick on in a 3-0 game already, just 14 minutes in.
Yeah, Clear Fork looks a little flustered right now. Lex comes out and just, 3 goals, a near goal, good opportunities. They're just getting whatever they want right now. Defensively, Clear Fork is going to have to make some adjustments here. You see the pace of Perkins. He's on the ball already. Almost came away with it.
Intercepted there. The attacking third for Lexington. Perkins able to get his pass back. Perkins again with a nice flick over touch and just loses it. But he claims it's off Clear Fork, and the referee goes his way.
Yeah, the pace of Perkins right now has been a problem. We're looking at a third corner here for Lexington. They had a near goal, an actual goal, and now here we're on the third attempt. We'll see what Clear Fork has just kind of been pretty stagnant in the box here. They make no break on the ball, and it's just been Lex go break the ball and go get the ball. So far it's been a goal and almost a goal just off the corners.
Cam Turlow will take this low-driven kick. Still not cleared yet. Lexington has it. Second effort into the box. Misses everyone attempting for it out to the 18, and the field goal's good, not in the net.
Lex has got some confidence right now. You can see there's just a little bit of just movement with the ball, some creativity. Not afraid to go to goal right now. Clear Fork has just not really been able to kind of keep the ball and allowed Lex to just really stay in the attack.
Low-driven goal kick. Finn flicks it past the defense. Will try to catch up to it. Will not be able to, so McCauley still not able to get anything in their attacking third quite yet. Under 30 minutes to go here in the first half. Lexington 3, Clear Fork 0. Good ball played into space here, back to the Lexington defense.
Clear Fork a little bit just in chase mode here, trying to just get some. There's a handball against Perkins in the middle. Just not quite organized enough defensively right now, allowing Lex quite a bit of time on the ball, and Lex kind of able to make some good decisions and get forward. Clear Fork might be fortunate that Lex gets a handball there, kind of breaks that attack.
Long ball sent in by Cade Beachy. Gets into the 18, but really no threat. Still working to get it away. And now Lexington with a rough touch hitting the track. They give it back to Clear Fork. Long throw, Beachy a rough touch.
Yeah, right into pressure too. I'd rather see him go forward. You know, they had the one-on-one towards the goal.
Here goes the pace of Perkins, but first there is Liam Beer. Beer, the senior, gets past Perkins and will boot this ahead.
Yeah, there was nothing available in front of him. He just kind of had to just get off his foot and see what happened, and Lex was content to just stay in front of the ball.
Finn McCauley right at midfield, dispossessed but a Clear Fork throw.
You see the confidence of the Lex possession right now. They know they can kind of get what they want and go where they want.
Official gives a penalty to the a foul to the Minutemen.
See who gets on the ball here. Obviously, if it's J-Bix, you know it's going to be near the goal. He hit it from about 15 away and was right at the goal, but
looked like he wanted to go take it, but he was called off. This one will get to the box anyways.
Not a great clearance by Clear Fork, but at least keeps the ball in front of them.
Jugovic is way up forward, able to get past one, passes it up ahead, takes it back. Logan Herod to the box. That will roll out of bounds.
It's going to be a corner, right? Yeah, referee's got it right there. It's a hard deflection off Clear Fork, so we're looking, I think, the fourth corner already for Lexington.
That flicks off of Beer, far side corner. Quick one. And official didn't like it.
He's going to say the ball was not set is going to be my guess.
So now they'll actually set up and...
Yeah, Clear Fork probably wish they just played that short corner. The long corners have been problematic for Clear Fork.
Perkins goes to the 20-yard line. One-touch shot. Doesn't get hit too cleanly. And now Clear Fork able to boot it away.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Lex was so good on their first three corners, or first two corners, and now they've really tried to mix up what they're doing and made the situation worse, I think.
Big test for the defender, J-Bix Mack, and he is up for it.
He thought it was going to be his throw. Referee disagreed. There it is. Now it's going to be brought back. J-Bix, veteran move right there. Just get on the ball and see if the referee is going to bring that away from you or not. And the referee had it all along.
McCauley into Beachy. Beachy dispossessed. Booted out by Lexington.
Clear Fork undoubtedly has some good players. They're just not quite connecting together right now. So some pressure on Perkins. I think that's one of the key things. You just got to make sure that Perkins just feels that pressure a little bit and not have the freedom to just kind of run forward and be creative. You kind of got to make him hold the ball up a little bit and make him get the ball off his foot and not allow him just to go forward with his pace.
Owen Bourne, dangerous ball across the field. Pass to McCauley. He won't get there in time. As the sun sets here in the Colt Corral.
Yeah, always one of my favorite places to see a game down here. So nice, so much fun. Such a beautiful and unique scenery for sure. You got kind of cows at one end, pastures at the other, school at the other. Just a little bit of everything around here.
I said it earlier. I think this is probably the best view in all of the schools that we go to, I would say.
And they do such a great job here of just making athletics a key component of the school, and just a lot of good sports teams here in Clear Fork. And the Valley, I just feel like supports like no other. There's just unique support here where the community is just bought in for every sport, every athlete, every individual. It's really kind of a unique thing to be a part of.
Substitutions, first ones. Checking in will be Adler Hatfield, senior number 7 for Lexington. And I believe it was number 4 for Clear Fork, Coy Bieri. And yeah, he is in on the far side as this ball goes out of bounds. It'll be another corner.
Certainly Clear Fork. They've got some seniors, but they've got some youthfulness as well. Quite a few key sophomore players there with Beachy and McCauley and Beery. They've got some players for sure, but a lot of senior leaders out here. It's going to be another corner kick for Lexington.
In swinging, dangerous, still in play. Now it's booted out.
Yeah, I think the old adage, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They just keep going to that. They've gotten so many opportunities just on the long corner.
Nick Martin taken away from him. Good defense in the back by Trevor Manuela.
Yeah, that was a big tackle there because there would have been a lot of space in front of him to go to goal. So Manuela commits to the slide, wins the ball, and stops the Clear Fork attack.
Rough touch gives it back to Lexington, but goes back to Clear Fork in the end. Owen Weikle. Good interception. Nick Martin again. Doesn't have very many numbers. Tried to hit McCauley. It's just behind him.
Yeah, some counter the other way for Lexington. Let's see if they're able to get, not quite there. The idea might have been right. Just a little rushed and out of bounds. You can hear maybe a coach or a parent who was that vocal, but you heard Green do something, move. Well, although that is pretty simple, that would be helpful in these situations where Lexington's just kind of sitting back, winning the ball, and getting back into the attack. Not a lot of movement from Clear Fork on offense and not a lot of completed passes.
Official blows the whistle. We'll see a sub come in for Lexington. Off. Let's see. On goes Grant Heibel. Heibel.
I think you're right. I think it was Heibel, actually. I'm pretty sure that's his pronunciation. His older brother Jack was a quality player here for Lexington.
Lex throw at the 40. Misses the intended target. Almost fell nicely for Perkins.
Yeah, I think Clear Fork's going to have to figure out a little bit of their identity here. Just kind of getting the ball, giving it back to Lex. That is a long process when you go against a team with the talent of Lexington. So we'll see if they're able to string a couple passes together, kind of work in the game. But it's been this type of play, out of bounds for throw-ins, goal kicks, and we're just giving Lexington the ball back pretty quickly and pretty consistently here.
Not a bad idea with that pass, just A little too far out of reach for Finn McCauley. That'll be a deep throw in that corner for Lexington.
Looks like Eric Blackstone checked in for Lexington, playing up at the target position. And gets a touch right away. And Lexington's going to come away. Oh, got a couple battles here. What are we going to have a foul? It's going to be against Lexington, I think. This could be something Clear Fork could take advantage of.
It's a long free kick, that's for sure.
Their first free kick, they got pretty close to putting it over that back line. This one is
into the box. Reed comes and collects. So his first test in goal. He succeeds.
Yeah, did a great job coming off his line. No trouble there. Made the right read.
And he finds Perkins quickly. Here's a counterattack.
He does well to keep possession. Bit of a heavy touch there in the middle by Noah Utt.
Utt loses possession. Beachy to the near side. This is Weikle. Weikle in space at the 20-yard line. Beachy, the captain, plays a little 1-2. Martin to McCauley, who is offside.
Yeah, he kind of made that run behind the defender there. It was close because he was working back to the ball, but just not quite back far enough. It was the first time we really seen Clear Fork with any kind of confidence in their possession, moving the ball a little bit. Just not enough to break down that back line of Lexington.
Heavy pass. Don't think anyone's going to be able to control that and keep that in bounds.
Kabuto Setzer checks in the game for Clear Fork. Another sophomore. Beachy coming off with a little bit of a limp. There's a big gap sometimes going from being a sophomore to playing against seniors. Obviously, Beachy played last year as a freshman, so I get it. But sometimes just bodies can be just a little bit bigger, stronger, faster, and sometimes you just take some of those knocks. It knocks the wind out of you, and I think Beachy will be all right there. Maybe a little bit of frustration as well.
And hey, it takes a lot to be a sophomore and win a captaincy.
Absolutely, absolutely. We're going to play on here. I thought everybody kind of slowed like it was going to be a foul, and the referee said he got the ball.
Perkins plays in a teammate, and he is doubled up.
Clear Fork not really getting rid of the ball effectively. Lex, high pressure.
That ball pokes towards the goalkeeper. He's going to have to go get this.
Yeah, that just kind of stayed in right in that line there. A little bit of a physical play on the other end. I don't think it's a foul. Certainly he won the ball, but definitely went through the player after the ball. So a little bit of both there.
Have a brief injury timeout. 18 minutes to go here in the first half. Lexington scored their 3 goals in the first 15 minutes. Outside of that, we've kind of been at a standstill these last last 20, 30 minutes.
For being our athletic trainer for this school year. We appreciate Adidas' support to keep all our student athletes safe.
So limping off the field there, Wesley Bunnell. Big ups to the captain, Landon McCauley, helping him off the field.
Yeah, certainly a long conversation with the referee from the other captain, Liam Beer. I think just some questions about that play. I think Lexington kind of came away with the ball and then the player, which would make that probably a legit and fair tackle. But in the heat of the moment, certainly if you didn't see all that, you'll have some questions as to it was a pretty aggressive play, but I think it was within the rules of the game, though.
Back in is Coy to replace the injured player. Drop ball will be picked up by Hayden Wilson, and we'll get going again. The lefty boots it. High in the air, right to the 50.
Yeah, high, not super deep, but definitely high for sure.
Defense misses the first attempt, but will keep it away from Lexington. This time, ball sent to the 40.
A little miscommunication there by Lexington, but Clear Fork returns the favor. And
it looks like McCauley caught his feet with Hebel there. Lexington moves up about 10, 15 yards.
That is a hard throw. Wasn't necessarily far, but man, he
yeah,
really
second one in a row.
Just crushing it to his teammate. That might have been a handball or two, but we're going to play on.
A.J. Swendel had it there. And then Owen Weikle is dispossessed. Far side, Herod trying to split two defenders, can't do it. Oh, man, ball just left behind by the Colts.
Yeah, still somehow came away with it there for Herod, but couldn't quite complete the pass. See, like just the composure of Lexington. Once they win the ball, they've done well to keep it for the most part. That's certainly been the difference of the game. Clear Fork's won the ball and given it back pretty quick.
Here's Mack.
J-Bix is a big, strong player. That's a big tackle by McCauley there.
Beauty of a tackle, Landon.
You got a lot of things going through your mind there. You're in the box there. You're going to guy against the size and speed of J-Bix, and McCauley just commits to it and wins the ball cleanly and comes away with it, but it is back to Lexington possession already. See Logan Herod a little slow in the middle right now. If he took a knock on the knee, not quite moving yet. He's up. He's maybe limping around, trying to regain his composure, see if he can play through it. I think he's going to give it a go.
Official signals for Clear Fork. Subs as well. Number 3, Will Stewart. And 7, Cade Beachy is back. Long throw gets to the intended target. But then quickly taken away by Beer. Splits through 2, tries to get past a third, shoves a third to the ground.
Yeah, I think you got to call that one. A little frustration from Beer. Had good pace going forward, but definitely makes a play after the ball to just kind of let his frustration be known, I think. This game is certainly an intense rivalry. Not much of a history of it getting too chippy or dirty by any means. Two great coaches here. Don't usually allow that kind of stuff, but they are a high school. Lex with 2 bad plays in her wear.
Headed back, not really to anywhere. 2 heads clash.
The last guy I want to go against in a header is J-Bix. He's just coming in. Just good composure. A little bit off the ball there. Kind of put Herod under pressure.
Leaving it for Beachy. Beachy able to dribble past one and reset things in space, and then the ball sent forward. Nobody really there.
Yeah, he kind of played that thinking there might have been a runner there. It's going to end in an interesting area, but Reed handles it nicely. See, right now, Clear Fork doesn't really know how to get the ball in the attacking third. They've just they've hit it long a couple of times. They've tried to build up a couple of times. They're just, obviously, credit to Lexington's defense. They're super solid. They're keeping the ball in front of them, doing all the right things there. But Clear Fork has just really struggled to kind of get into that attacking area with the ball.
Rough kick by Reed. This will still stay in for Clear Fork on the following throw, but it goes back to Lexington after a pass taken away in the middle. Official blows his whistle and signals towards Clear Fork. I don't know what that is for. Looks like there was a substitution.
It must be blood would be my thought as to why he had to get him off the field so quick. We'll see how the referees handle that. I think the clock should have stopped if it's an injury substitution. Indeed it did. I didn't see him signal for it, but they've got the clock done. Yeah, my guess is there must be some blood on him or on his jersey. They got him off the field pretty quickly. And we saw an injury earlier. Saw him limping around. I can't tell if that was the same thing or same play.
So a drop ball gives Lexington possession, but then miscommunication gives it back to Clear Fork here, far side Bourne.
Yeah, Lex has not been super clean outside of that opening 12, 15 minutes. And I think I would say they also have a lot of their substitutions in right now. That could factor in a little bit. You know, guys like Will Perkins is off the field right now. Harrod's off the field. I think Lotzenheiser might be off as well, so they cut up all the key guys. Oh, there's Lotzenheiser there, actually. J-Bix getting a quick breather as well.
Just got under 13 minutes to go here in the first half. Score remains Lexington 3, Clear Fork 0. Can you recall any shots that we've seen from Clear Fork so far?
Not maybe the one free kick, depending on how you count that. Certainly a big free kick that forced Reed off his line, but whether it was going to goal or not, I'm not sure. But he made the right play and came off. That's about the only thing I think Clear Fork's even been close to offensively.
Into the 18, and Clear Fork able to get that away for a long throw.
Yeah, does a good job not to give up a corner there. We've certainly seen the danger that Lexington possesses on their corner kicks. Not sure where J-Bix is headed, but I see J-Bix running down the track away from the bench. Maybe to the restroom, maybe to get stretched out by a trainer or something.
Long throw, low to the ground. Takes a wicked deflection. Close to the penalty spot, it's poked away. Yeah, Stewart getting in there.
Lexington is certainly creative on their set pieces in the attacking third. We've seen, obviously, quality corners, a short corner, a deep corner away from the goal, and then that throw-in was by design, kind of a hold-up play, and nearly worked out for them. Not quite resulting in a shot, but certainly the build-up looked good there.
Ball flicked out by Turlow. Clear Fork near side here. Almost bounces over Beachy. Just didn't hit it right. Lexington again. Ball kicked out of bounds close to the bleachers. Now should go into the bleachers. Under 11 minutes now.
There's Will Perkins checking back in. Certainly he brought a lot of pace, a lot of ability, and a lot of goals just from his work right in the opening 15 minutes. Got a nice breather. That's one of the difficult things as a coach you kind of got to navigate right now is both teams coming off a game last night of what do minutes look like tonight. Obviously a little bit different results. Lex with quite a battle with Perry, and Clear Fork, I think you said, with a fairly easy win over Marion Harding, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Yep.
But you kind of got to watch those minutes a little bit. Obviously, they're young high school athletes, but fatigue is a real thing, and sometimes soreness is a real thing for these guys, so you kind of monitor that. And
I'm sure that's big for Coach Them going up 3-0, so you can rest your players here today.
Absolutely, yeah. Their start has been really, I would say, kind of an answer to what they wanted to do, and then also kind of a dream, because now it kind of lets you rest players as needed, take some pressure off, let some guys, they've already rotated quite a few guys onto the field tonight. We're not even completed the first half yet.
Hathaway with the interception for Lexington there a few moments ago, and they'll play it back to the midfield with Lotzenheiser.
Good skill by Lotzenheiser. Somehow keeps the ball at his feet here. Sets Perkins up. This has been dangerous early on.
Perkins going up against Beer. Beer gets there first and is able to get it away.
It's a good tackle by Beer, and also to keep it in play. I thought for sure he's just going to take the tackle out of bounds, but does well to keep it in play.
Ball takes a wicked deflection and will go out of bounds. There's another look there from Beer against Perkins in that far corner. Thanks to Koorsen Fire and Security. Clear Fork trying to get something in there, attacking third. Can't do it. And Reed is there.
Yeah, he's made two good plays coming off his line. Not necessarily saves, but just the right play to not even to need a save necessarily. A little battle here in the middle with Perkins and Swindoll. Perkins such a strong and crafty player. You really got to be paying attention to what he's doing.
Great turn by Jackson Pig to get around a defender, but it's back with Clear Fork and the back four.
Yeah, Lex is doing a good job of just taking away the first pass, kind of forcing Clear Fork long. They don't want to complete the easy pass, put that ball long, and they trust their back line to make the right plays there. Got a couple more substitutions for Lexington. Mateo Cruz checking into the game. And looks like J-Bix is coming back in as well. I didn't see him return to the sidelines, but he's back, he's in, he's ready to go.
J-Bix is going to throw this. He went and got Manuela, who's going to go to the bench.
I've seen J-Bix has just been drilling these throw-ins to his teammates' feet. Let's see if that's the same thing here.
Nope, high in the air this time, going for Cruz. Misses him far. Second header won by Lexington, but Clear Fork connects on it, and the ball goes through the legs of Bunnell.
Cam Turlow working in the middle there.
This one falls nicely to Perkins, chested down. Perkins putting some moves on, but nobody really contesting him.
Yeah, Clear Fork does a better job. Just keep him going backwards and not let him go forward with that pace. If he goes backwards, it's fine. If he goes forward, it's such a tough job defensively. So you really just got to contain and just be patient and not get beat one-on-one, which is sometimes easier said than done, especially with a guy with the skill and speed of Perkins.
Perkins keeps this in play, approaching the 18. Perkins with the left, curls one towards goal. Saved there by Hayden Wilson.
Yeah, I thought for sure Clear Fork was going to kind of close that down at some point, but Perkins just kind of kept running, and there was some space, and so he said, why not? Let me see what I can do. Big punt out, lots of bounces.
Martin to the near corner. Chased by, guess who?
J-Bix was a great tackle again, just as well. Just kind of puts the leg in there, and it's enough to turn that ball around. Lex a little careless there with possession. They've been so good for so long with that and didn't quite connect.
Not able to get through two. Clear Fork gives it away.
You see the pace of Turlow. Finds Perkins.
Perkins, nice ball through, looking for Cruz. Ball rolls away from the keeper. It'll be saved easily, though. And Liam Beer, good job to save his teammate.
Yeah, good play by Liam Beer to not give up on the play, just follow that ball through. Great ball by Perkins. And Cruz just had a big run there. I think the keeper's vision might have got blocked a little bit. Makes maybe a late jump on the ball and just gets underneath him a little bit. But Liam Beer does well, stays with the play. And then it's a quality touch. Sometimes you see a lot of that where that touch is just taken into the back of the net because it's your momentum's going that way. You panic, and then you end up with an own goal. But he does well. Ooh, and a
bad throw?
Bad throw in.
Don't see those called very often.
You
but
don't
Lexington,
see a lot of that at this level of terrain.
Lexington gets one there, and Clear Fork has it back. Five and a half to go. Clear Fork keeps it in. Perkins has it. Perkins past one. Close to the 18. Gets across the line. Shoots it high off the crossbar of the goal post. Not of the post. The actual post. Goal kick on the way. And they're going to go quickly.
Yeah, Perkins took a little bit of a hit thereafter. Again, his pace did well to kind of set up that opportunity. He went pure power there. It was just high down the middle. Nothing on target there. He puts that on target. He's looking at another goaling opportunity there, but just went for power.
Slow play from Weikle invites his defenders to come join the attack. And a giveaway. Far side Pig. Pig with his pace. Can't quite turn the corner. Goes ahead and stops. Turns again. Crosses blocked. Pig resets. This time gets past, rolls one to Cruz. Cruz can't get there. Gets a left foot on it, not really directed anywhere. Now it's back out outside the 18. Shot blocked again.
Yeah, Clear Fork did well. Just kind of keep the ball in front of him there. Lex, I thought, had a couple of good opportunities. Just not quite the quality we've seen from them early on, but the ball movement was good. The ball movement was fun. Mateo with a couple opportunities there, and just no goals to show for it. Yeah, Clear Fork has just struggled to find their target out of the back, and just led to Lex goal kicks, Lex possession, Lex throw-ins, and that when you keep giving a team like Lexington the ball, it just makes them better and better, and they get more and more opportunities. And
long shot by Watsonheiser. Really had no realistic chance of going in there.
Yeah, Coybieri checking back into the game. Both teams have quite a few subs rotated in and out here.
Signal to go is given, and Wilson with the left foot sent it right to Lexington.
Good touch by Cam Turlow. Good pace by Cam Turlow.
Leaves the ball behind.
And not a great pass by Cam Thurlow. Did a lot of things right there, but not the final piece.
Beachy looking ahead.
He's going to play into the double team here. It's a tough ball. Yep. I really think you got to start looking. They're so direct. You're going to have to start looking diagonal. Lex is just putting 2 guys on the direct ball, and it's a tough ball to win when you're going against Jay Bix and the center back for Lexington. I couldn't tell who rotated. It was Colton who rotated over. Now here's an opportunity for Clear Fork. Bit of a tough foul there outside of the box. Let's see who's going to get on the ball for Clear Fork. Looks like it might be McCauley.
It's a good spot for a free kick.
Yeah, can they do something? They've put a couple balls near the front of the goal. Can they do something of quality here?
They go really quickly, try to catch Lexington off guard. Not going to be able to do it with Vukovic in the area. McCauley with some space takes a deflection on the shot. Flicked up, missed header by Lexington. First really good look so far here in this half for Clear Fork as there's a foul going the other way.
Got some upset fans here. I thought from my perspective he stumbled into that as well. But they definitely called the foul on Clear Fork. Kind of stopped a little bit of awkward momentum, I would say. Clear Fork just kind of not really getting shots off there, but kept the ball in the attacking third. Near opportunities, but not real opportunities yet. But a foul is going to bring it out, but a turnover is going to give it back to Clear Fork.
Could be something here. Lexington dispossessed. McCauley near side, looking for a cross and can't find anything. Good defense by Adler Hatfield.
Finn was asking for a corner there. I thought maybe it took a deflection too, just to where the ball ended up. I couldn't see the deflection, but you'd expect a little more quality from Finn McCauley there. So either I missed it or he missed it, I guess.
Vukovic, big kick. Adjusted well by Bunnell. Bunnell and Weikle go back and forth there a little bit. Clear Fork on the throw as it rolls out of bounds. Headed out of a crowd. Try to switch the field. Perkins gets there first and flicks it out of bounds over right towards the Colt bench.
Yeah, it's just the pace of Lexington coming in and just won the ball right away. So Adler Hatfield just, and again you see the pace there. Now it's Perkins one-on-one. Not the right touch though. Clear Fork did a much better job of containing. He caught Perkins by surprise a little bit. He took a big touch thinking they were going to come after him. But Clear Fork a little late in the markup of a simple throw-in.
Perkins with 6 seconds to go. Plays it back and likely won't see anything here. A long shot will go towards goal, but easily collected by Hayden Wilson. And that will do it for the first half. 15 minutes in, it was 3-0. We're still at 3-0 right now. We'll take a quick break, talk a little bit at halftime. Here live and free on the OH Report.
We are a compounding pharmacy, so we compound medication that people are not able to find other places. We can make oral liquids, so like liquids you take by mouth. We make creams and ointments, so if you need a medication delivered topically or through the skin, we can get medication into creams that way. We can also make medications into capsules, as well as suppositories, nasal sprays if you need it, things like that.
I think one of the things that makes Wellspring so unique is to give the patient that ability to choose between traditional and or complementary.
If you're needing medication and you're not able to find what you need, or you need it to go into your body in a different way, that's what we help with.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader? that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Back here at the Colt Corral for your Panchos Tacos Mexican restaurant halftime show. And yeah, the score's right, 3-0 Lexington. Big lead here on the road. And if you're just joining us, all 3 of those goals came in the first 15 minutes. We saw goals from Perkins, Watson-Heiser, and Noah Utz. Those 3 striking the score sheet. They've done that a lot this season, and they just keep their form up today.
Absolutely. And we talked about Will Perkins being the kind of the key player, and certainly he was that in the first half. Had a goal, had an assist, and many other opportunities. I thought whenever he gets the ball on the attacking side, facing forward, he is just a threat to go. And those opening 15 minutes, his pace, I think, was just too much for Clear Fork. And then, with the one play where he kind of came in on the goal, and I think he took on 3 Clear Fork defenders, but nobody really challenged him. They just kind of not got out of his way. And certainly the pace of Perkins is difficult to deal with, but just kind of maneuvered quickly by them. And a hard shot, not a great placement. Keeper got his hands on him, but just pushed it up into the top corner and had a great assist early on to open the scoring as well. So Perkins is certainly my player of the half. A lot can happen in the second half here, but I thought he did exactly what he's supposed to do in the first 15 minutes of the game.
So we did not grab stats for the first half, but what you need to know is no cards, very few fouls as well. It's been a fairly clean game. Lexington, a lot of shots to Clear Fork's hardly any at all.
Yeah, and Lexington with 6 corners, and one was a goal, one was a near goal, 2 were near goals, and then 2 others, they just probably got a little more creative than they needed to be. But certainly they've created some offense off corner kicks as well. So I think for the Clear Fork coaching staff, your halftime speech is going to be 2 things. One is we got to just keep fighting, right? It's Lexington. We can't give up because they've got the ability that they can put 6 or 7 on here in the second half if we just kind of give up. So there's a message: just keep battling. Can we just get 1 in the first 12 minutes? Can we get 2 in the first 20 minutes? And then all of a sudden, hey, we've got a game to finish this out. But part of that then is that they've got to find a little bit of offensive identity. Probably not a real shot to count against. Reed came off this line a couple times for a couple free kicks, but the Clear Fork, not a lot of offense there. I just think they're just not sure how do you get the ball in the attacking third against the defensive quality of Lexington.
Lexington will kick it off. They're in the white. Clear Fork in the green. Lexington now going left to right on your screen. There's a big foul up the middle. And as I say, there were very few fouls in the first half. I hope that doesn't reverse things here in the second.
Yeah, I wondered which way the foul was going to go. Definitely heavy collision. I don't know that there's necessarily a foul one way or the other for me, but the referees have both signaled that it's going to be Lex's free kick. But it looked to me like a heavy collision in the middle. It really just depends who you think initiates it. Kind of, he does a little bit more there. We've seen J-Bix just kind of drive this ball in, goes short, catches everybody by surprise.
Noah Utt, goal scorer in the first half on the ball. Gives it up and taking their time here, Lexington, just draining some clock. And in the middle, at the 20-yard line, ball is collected by Perkins. Ball to the far side, early cross in, nobody there.
It's a weird fall there in the middle of the field, holding his hip a little bit. No contact or anything, just kind of stumbled. Appears to be all right. He's been the playmaker they needed here in the first half and to start the second as well.
Ball swung towards Jackson Pig in the box, and he applauded the effort. Knew that he didn't necessarily take enough steps as they get another one in here, and he'll go towards that one, but it's cleared away.
Ball's taking some weird bounces, going to go out of the box. Yeah, keeper, that's all he could do really, is just hit the ball hard, allow himself to get back in the box. That took a couple of funny bounces. I think the keeper thought he was going to kind of come away with it, and then all of a sudden, that was not the case. Quality cross in before.
Joe Hathaway, throw into the box, misses his intended target, falls nicely in the back, but is saved at the feet. Good job by Wilson.
Cam Turlow with a great run in there, great back post run, kind of unmarked. Does well to keep it on target, low, hard on target. That's what you want your finishers to do, and just happened to be right at the feet of Wilson.
Good turn by Perkins. Gets through 3.
His ability with the ball, maybe a little bit too much there, but his ability with the ball is some of the best in the area.
Driven throw to the middle of the field.
Yeah, you don't get to see that a lot. He's strong it up and has to throw it. It's a tough giveaway there.
He's done that 3 times today.
Yeah. What comes away with the ball, but again, just forces the through ball. Lex is back in possession. They're going to hit it long, but right back to Clear Fork.
And they bounce off of the Colts, gives it here to Lexington. Kept alive over there. Solid composure. Target on the pass with a heavy touch. Weikle not able to keep it at his feet. Still Clear Fork throw to the corner of the 18. Left-footed shot towards frame and collected easily by Trenton Reed. Let's go back to that chance earlier. Long throw in, goes past, left-footed shot.
Yeah, good opportunity, great throw. I mean, to throw onto the back post is quite an impressive feat in and of itself, but the Turtles' run was great. Keeps it on target, just not quite enough for a goal, but good build up there. That might have been Clear Fork's first shot on goal by Beachy. We're going to call referee. Give it to Clear Fork. I appreciate the pace Clear Fork's playing with. It's easy to kind of come out and think this game might be over. They're going for it. They're trying to get back in this game. It's going to make for a fun second half for a little bit. Lexington with an early heavy ball. Got to let that play develop a little bit. It's going to go right back to Clear Fork.
Clear Fork just goes out of bounds with it.
A lot of pressure and not a lot of options. That's usually what happens. Lexington, they're good.
Taking their time here. Letting a couple players get down the field.
Yeah, both outside backs have this ability to launch the ball on throwing too, which is kind of a fun weapon to have. You got to kind of sit back if you're Clear Fork. You don't want to get beat long, but you got to mark up close, and so it really kind of opens the game up from a throw-in. Not a lot of teams have multiple players, let alone maybe even one player who can throw the ball like these guys can.
Long shot by Utt, sails left.
He has the longer throw between Hathaway and J-Bix.
Probably have good competition to practice.
Yeah, they both have kind of a unique throw-in approach too, but it's just a hard throw-in as well. Just how Hathaway's bounce onto the back post.
Beachy finds a man up the middle.
There's some good confidence by Clear Fork, good possession.
AJ Swindoll, cleared away.
It's a better look. You saw a little more composed on the ball. They weren't in a panic to get rid of it. Just a heavy, went after it and wanted that throw-in for sure. You know, I will say about Clear Fork teams, and in just about every sport, you just get maximum effort, maximum energy. Regardless of the skill, they're going to give you their best.
Especially when they play a team like Lexington that's so well respected in the area.
Absolutely, and they know that that's what it's going to take. It's just this high energy, high effort type of game.
It's interesting because every team Lexington plays here nearby, their date is circled in the schedule.
100%. Lexington is by far the marquee matchup for all the men's program around the area. You want to see how do you do against Lexington. They have been kind of the standard to look at in terms of top area boys soccer teams. And so you always want to give your best. And for Lexington, part of their success is understanding every time we play, we're going to get our opponent's best game. And so kind of playing into that. And just being able to kind of withstand that every night, night in, night out, of getting every team's best game is a difficult thing.
Our 1-2 play with Weikle. Weikle gives it away. Good job by Clear Fork captain, able to win it back.
Here we went right into him. Had a good step, took a step right into the 22 and Jackson Pig.
Takes a wicked deflection out of bounds. It'll be a Colt throw. Another line drive.
The Colts coaching staff definitely reaching pace right now, momentum, and just trying to keep Lexington. Just want them to defend easily, just make them move a little bit. And part of that is keeping this quick possession, but it's resulted in a couple turnovers for Lexington.
Great inviting ball through two defenders. Here's Nick Martin on the ball, the junior.
Ball with a great pass. Here's an opportunity for Clear Fork.
First shot on frame.
Oh my word, what a goal. Oh, he's going to call it offsides. Oh no. We're looking at a possible goal of the year being called back now because of offsides. He was definitely pressing that line. The referee is right in line with it.
We don't have a good angle on it, but where McCauley enters the screen does indicate offsides.
Yeah, certainly from my vantage point. I thought it was certainly close, and the referee's right there. But what a goal. What a would-have-been goal, I guess. And we haven't seen that from Clear Fork yet. The ball movement was good, just the possession was good, and obviously the goal was good, but just offsides in the process.
The big challenge for Reed, he actually got a deflection on it, but the power on that shot sent it right into the net.
Yeah, all the angles would lead you to believe that Reed would make the save. Oh, tough plays here.
Lexington still on the ball, slide tackle. Good turn.
Yeah, Lotzenheiser, that's a good turn, good shot.
Right
Hard
there, that was
here.
Wilson. Look at that shot.
Some physical kind of battle right there in the middle. Intensity of the game's picked up a little bit. Clear Fork's kind of got a little, I'd say momentum. You're down 3, but it's still momentum. I think you feel a bit of confidence here. You had a goal called back. You're right there. Lexington has kind of had that same struggle, not been able to keep possession recently. Kind of forcing that play just a little bit. It certainly wasn't on. Clear Fork had their outside back sitting back there.
And one thing you got to think about is, you mentioned it earlier, Lexington, they are the top team in this area, but they have let some results slip. So this is a game that you really want to finish out to stop that trend.
100%, yeah, I agree with it. You want this result to kind of stay this result, and you got to kind of be in the mindset. You got to keep pushing to be able to get that going.
And even if you do still finish it out, you want to finish it out with 0 on the board for Clear Fork.
Good run by Turlo. Not a great cross in. Way to battle back, though.
Turlo plays it up. Big. And we'll roll out for a goal. Good defense stuck in there by A.J. Swindle.
Yeah, Clear Fork's defensive intensity has certainly been better in the second half. It's been more difficult for Will in the central part of the area. Pig's been sub off. He's taking a long walk around. Not necessarily needed. Favors Clear Fork to do what I suppose, but
With a heavy ball. Easy one for Reed. Lets it go into the 18 so they can grab it. Quick rollout.
Great touch. Pressure on right away. It leads to a turnover.
Double team coming here, and kind of the anticipation of that forced him into an error.
Yeah, maybe he didn't quite realize where he was on the field, but had his touch there and he's going to let it roll out of bounds.
Good job through 2 defenders on the far side. Still on the ball, Lexington.
Look at that.
Great
Bit
turn.
of skill there. Not a great ball in, though, but he does well all the way down the line. Everything but the cross. The final cross is the side of the net there, but just well with the pace, with the skill, with the movement, but just the final ball hits that side netting. It's been kind of the makeup of the second half so far is everything but the final balls. Lexington has been good at. There've been a couple good opportunities, a couple good build-ups, but just not that final play.
Under 30 minutes to play here in the second half. We did see a goal go through for Clear Fork, but it was disallowed due to offsides on Finn McCauley. Headed out by Lexington. Will be Clear Fork here with the throw. They want to go quickly.
Absolutely. They did. They don't. Confusion as to how that throw is supposed to play out.
Looks like Setzer wanted to go quick, but he was called off by his defender teammate. Perkins. Haven't said his name much here in the second half, but he has the ball there, gives it up. Noah Utt back to his defense.
Yeah, this is where Lexington gets to be pretty dangerous. They keep this ball moving efficiently and just keep finding the open player and kind of picking apart the Clear Fork defense. And generate some good opportunities. Really not the play they want is the long ball. They want to find probably Perkins' feet. Clear Fork can blow out and do that anyway.
Great touch. To a crowd, though, it's taken away. Long ball back to Reed.
Yeah, there's no hurry to go forward, so you kind of reset. Get your shape back. Under pressure. Lex has been a little sloppy here in the second half, and sometimes when you enter a half with a 3-goal lead, that's sometimes a difficult goal. We just had to come out with a guy who was kind of close through the second half. That's not quite the case. Lexus not quite been as sharp as they were to start the first half.
Thompson Frost, the substitute for Clear Fork. Frost is a senior, wears number 9. Gets the ball right there, gives it right back to the throw. Just outside the 18 there. Good hustle from Clear Fork to make this difficult on Reed. Falls to the ground with the ball.
A bit of a chaotic play there. Voodoo does a good job of just putting some pressure on, getting Reed off his line. Reed's done a good job of just coming off his line, just making those plays. And probably not saves, but a bit of a missed touch by Beer in the back.
Watson Heiser misses to the left.
Rushed his shot a little bit. I think he probably had one more touch he could have got on to, got a little bit closer, got a better angle. Rushes it, takes it wide. Clear Fork had been much better defensively, but that was a touch there that unfortunately did not give up a goal in the process.
Frost lets it go.
Yeah, some confusion in possession again.
Again with pace is Turlo. He's possessed.
He's been to the ground a couple times here. Only gets a foul for me. Good play there. Pace and ability with the ball has been good. Just getting that final play is just not quite what they want right now.
Heavy touch gives it back to the Minutemen. Watson Heiser. Up to Turlo. Switched far side. Big collision coming up with it still with Lexington. 5-yard line. Back to Turlo, slips to the ground.
Fallen a couple times
Yeah.
there. I mean, his skill's been good. His work's been good. It's just he gets some different clicks or something. I'm not sure.
Perkins tried to find Turlo again.
It's that same play. Yeah, we can talk about just kind of this sloppiness, a little bit of their possession. But they did so well in the first half of the first half, just kind of being able to attack in that space. He's had himself a nice second half. As well as a foul.
15 minutes down here in the second half. Haven't seen a goal since the 30-minute mark of the first half.
See what Clear Fork does here. They've had a couple free kicks that have broken the line a little bit. Reed's come off his line well to keep the ball in front of him. McCauley goes hard. Ooh. Beachy comes in unmarked. I didn't see if Lex stepped, but there was about 3 guys who went forward for Clear Fork unmarked, and Reed does well to handle that. Any bobble or deflection puts it right at Beachy's feet, so good job to keep that cleanly.
Foul finally called by the official to go Clear Fork's way. Stopped at the 34. Another long free kick. They're going to go for goal. It'll miss right.
Yeah, I think a little ambitious there. You don't mind the long shot. Certainly you tested Reed on the last one, but you got to keep it on target. You got to force him into a save. Putting it high and wide is certainly not what we want. Well, Lex has really just struggled to connect the passes, struggled to hang on the ball here in the second half. It's been a lot of Clear Fork in the attack, which is certainly a different half for sure for both teams.
Another takeaway. Frost back on the ball, goes to the middle. Nicely done. Switch of field. Near side now. Bunnell with some pressure.
It's a great outlet, yeah. Well, Clear Fork is so much more composed now. They're getting the ball in the attacking area. Bit of a heavy touch, though.
Deflected out. Colt throw.
I think Clear Fork has quite the weapons that Lexington does on the throw-ins, but they're able to get the ball and almost keep the ball.
That time will be for the Minutemen. So in the first half, we saw Will Perkins score the 5th goal of his season. He leads the team now in that category. Cohen Lotzenheiser scored his 4th, and Noah Utt scored his 3rd. Nothing much going here as of late, but Clear Fork looking much better than they did in the first frame. Lexington will play it back into some space for the midfielders. Now they'll play it through 3 defenders. Getting past one. Good ball up ahead into the 18-yard box. Lexington, this is a chance. Crossed in. Shot deflected outside the 18. Keeping with it is Weber. And now playing it back out. Clear Fork able to take it away. Potential counterattack. Numbers aren't there for the Colts, but they'll stay on the left side.
McCauley's definitely been a threat there on the outside. Good build-up still, 2-on-1. Can he get the cross in?
Beachy rolls it out. Will the touch be off Lex? Yes,
it is.
corner.
The referee's going to give it a corner here. Folks calling out a specific play right here. We'll see what that looks like. Lexington had been very dangerous on theirs.
In swinging corner and not what you want to see.
I'm not sure what Ohio is, but I don't think that was it. That was the play they were calling out, and that ball went right to the keeper, and Clear Fork was not ready and not in there, and that cannot be what Ohio is, would be my guess.
Off a bounce, ball's headed back over towards Clear Fork's way. Good turn, Weber.
A little bit of pace there. Just does well to keep the ball.
Left-footed strike. Was hit as he shot it. Not sure what the call is. Is it a corner or is it a... Haven't seen any sort of motion.
Oh,
and now they're going to call it a corner.
I did not see the deflection as well, yeah. Clear Fork has had a nice stretch of games here, beating Mansfield Senior, Marion Pleasant, Marion Harding. A couple conference wins, and always good to pick up a local win. Mansfield Senior, certainly not the Mansfield Senior of the past, and they got a quality group over there, so it's a good win for Clear Fork.
Another in-swinging corner, far side, headed away nicely by Stewart.
Oh, there's some space here for, couldn't quite get that final touch.
McCauley was the one trying to get there.
That's going to be off Lexington. I think that's I think if you're Clear Fork, you got to just look for the quick throw to allow all the Lexington defenders to get back here and get on the ball. Clear Fork's going to gain a couple yards on the throw-in just by where they placed it, but not very quick.
Bunnell looking towards the 18-yard box. Ball rolls out. It'll be another Colt throw right where they had the last one. Turn almost falling to the ground and not able to be keeping it alive. McCauley.
Yeah, I thought it was out for a goal kick. I think Lexington thought that as well, but the referees did not give that, so stayed in play. Yeah.
Good takeaway, Stewart. Or excuse me, 15 Weber.
Ooh.
It's interesting with what I've seen from this high school game so far. Officials sometimes on those 50-50, they're not really calling it. It's just whoever picks up the ball first and goes.
There's a lot of truth in that. That's what it's kind of coach your kids, because if questionable, just pick it up and see what happens. You never know. Sometimes the referee just gives it to the most aggressive person to get the ball, and sometimes that's how they make the decision.
It's hard, just 2 officials compared to the usual 3.
And Jackson Pig with the throw in here. Took a few shots in there. Saw him a little slow to get up. And he's now going to be removed off the throw-in for Joe Hathaway, who's got the throw-in. And it's easy. This is kind of almost puts you in almost the attacking third with his throw-ins.
Lexington here in the last 20 minutes. What are you looking for from the Minutemen?
I think you got to clean it up a little bit. Now, I will say this. I think Lexington has done well to get some subs in. I think they've played quite a few players tonight. I'm not super familiar with Lexington to know if that's kind of normal or if this is maybe because it's the second part of a back-to-back. But they have certainly got some players kind of rotating in and out there. But I think there has to be a little bit cleaner in possession. They've given the ball away quite a few times. So led like moments like this where Clear Fork can kind of get a chance, get in a little bit. And they've done well defensively. I think Clear Fork obviously had the goal called back and maybe one other quality opportunity, but I think you're just giving the ball away to create too many opportunities for Clear Fork. So they're just cleaning up some of that.
As we see them defending yet again, throw will come from Wesley Bunnell into the box. Able to get an angle off for a cross right there was Frost.
Great. Yeah, good skill, good movement there by Swindoll. Just not quite enough to get the goal, but the skill to get the ball off was good. The pass across was good. Just not quite connected on the other end.
Interception by Lexington. Forwards for the Colts not making it easy right now. This ball is sent to the Clear Fork defense. Now back to the other side. To the middle it goes. Great turn.
Yeah, Lotzenheiser's really played well in the second half.
Perkins, the left foot, beautifully weighted ball.
That's right. That's a great angle. It's a great pace. Forces a tough play there by Clear Fork. Defended nicely, but that's the right play by Perkins.
Landon McCauley got in there and kept it away from the Minutemen.
Yeah, that's the play that's the struggle, though. He makes a great tackle, dribbles a few yards upfield, and then just hits it hard, and Lex is back in possession, back in the attack. That's where I think you got to be a little more composed with that ball. Ooh. Tough turnover for Perkins and walked himself out of the play there.
Tried to switch field right there, though, was Hathaway. Heavy touch, slide.
And Beer was not backing. Oh, that's a little careless there.
And now
Perkins
he's still
take
going.
a cheap shot at him a little bit. Yeah, I think referees have got to get a little bit of control here. The Beer was late and hit him on the tackle. Then Perkins went after him because of it, but nothing's really been handled yet.
Well, I think that was more so on Perkins' side, trying to keep him away from doing anything silly.
Maybe Perkins is certainly he's a fiery player as well, and probably didn't appreciate that on his player coming in like that. But yeah, you could be right where it's just trying to settle him down a little bit. Beer plays with some intensity, plays with some speed there, but you got to kind of stay under control. Can't be coming in late on a player.
Bronson Frost checks off for Clear Fork. He'll go to the bench.
I think he's going to bring him back. He faked the throw, then took 3 yards forward for a long throw. Sometimes it's funny to me when referees spot these throw-ins because it's, where did the ball really go out at? And then also, has that been done all game? I don't know. But I appreciate it. I like what he's doing. It's consistent out there. J-Bix can kind of throw the ball in from anywhere anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
We've had a generally clean game. You want to keep it that way in a 3-0 match. No cards, but that stud tackle by Beer could have very easily been one if Lexington fell to the ground.
Oh. I'm not sure what's happening there. I don't think there's anything dirty in that. I just think they got tangled up and maybe fell into each other a little bit. AJ goes over and helps him up. Yeah, I don't think it was anything cheap there. I just think he kind of fell over him. Took him down in the process. Had a couple of those plays. You just got to be careful. That's the tough part as a referee. You're trying to navigate right now. What's intentional? What's dirty? That's a good ball. Ooh, yeah, and that, yeah.
Big collision. Official point making his way over, running away from the scene.
He is. He's probably running faster away than he made run faster in.
Running from the scene was 13 who made the hit, Wesley Bunnell.
Well, I'm not sure what the referee's doing at this point then. I would think it has to be a card for. Is it a warning to the? I'm not sure.
Yeah, the clock is stopped right now, and if it is stopped, there should be a card that's coming out.
Well, I never saw a signal to stop. I think the clock operator might have just. Okay, now that's the signal to stop the clock.
And I think now they're going to have to realign it. Officials going to have to come talk up to the press box and realign this time.
Yeah, I can't tell. I thought the referees had a headset on, but they're also getting closer to talk to each other. Maybe they don't have the headset.
No, I see a headset.
Yeah, I thought so, but I don't see it on the other guy necessarily, which is probably need one of those. But maybe the headsets weren't working, but they definitely had to get closer to hear them, which would kind of negate the whole point of a headset.
Yeah.
A little bit
So
of a weird
no
thing.
card.
Yeah, no card. Clock was stopped. Conversation with the keeper. No, what I didn't see was maybe Reed kind of initiated some of that, but I just don't think you can do that to the keeper. I mean, he clearly got the ball, and did he kick out afterwards? I didn't see any of that. I don't know. Referee definitely had a conversation with him, though, and not the player who ran into him. So
Beachy keeps the ball, and it's hard to catch him because he ran all the way away from
he
the
got
official.
out of that area quickly.
Saved himself a card.
Get some cardio in, get away from the card. Yeah, Perkins has got tangled up a couple of times. I think we're going to have to see a card to probably settle this game down a little bit, would be my guess.
Reed dives on it,
yeah,
close to
the
that line.
I thought Jukovic was close to a handball as well. They kind of hit him in the midsection there with his hands out. I don't think it hit him in the hands. Certainly you don't want to give the referee a chance to kind of make that decision for you, though.
I saw Coach Gailey motioning like he wanted a handball right there. Didn't get it, obviously.
Kind of a sloppy game here the past 10 minutes. Not a lot of possession, just kind of back and forth. A couple bad tackles, a couple bad balls. That's a big ball in.
Perkins sends it to a good area. And there to clear it away is Bunnell.
Yeah, I think you let that ride. It was clearly off Pig on the last touch. You just take the goal kick, and instead of letting these monsters throw the ball in, here he comes. He's like, Jackson, put that ball down. That's mine. Joe Hathaway, I think last time he had to throw in this position, he put it onto the back post, and Turlo put it on frame, but just right at the keeper there. So we'll see what it looks like. You can see Lex almost sets up like a corner on these throw-ins. What a luxury to have.
The senior Hathaway lines it up. And good job by Clear Fork to get there. But depending on the spot, this could be a corner.
I believe you're right. I think it is a corner here, which is, Clear Fork has struggled to defend, but they've not had that play, though. They've not broke to the ball and just go get it and get the ball out of that area consistently. So at least in the first half. Maybe the second half's been a little bit better with that throw in there in the previous corner. But for the most part, it's been Lexington kind of doing whatever they want on these corner kicks.
In swinging again, far post. Vukovic can't get ahead on it. Still with Lexington outside the 18. Rolling around. Pig shoots into the side netting.
Yeah, I think a little bit of a rush shot there. I think you want to try and put that in front of the goal, but Lexington don't really have anybody in the box. They just kind of sit around the perimeter there, I think Pig was going to shoot, then Jukovic was going to shoot, so they didn't really load the box up. But just over 10 minutes to play here at the Corral. Score remains the same as it was about 10 minutes into the game, but certainly was an exciting opening 10.
Lexington falls to the ground. Ball played through.
Yeah, that was Turlo again looking for a foul. Contact sure, not sure about the foul.
Cade Beachy on the ball approaching the net. Crosses with the left, actually turns into a shot. And Reed able to deflect it away. Corner for the Colts.
Yeah, and Trevor Manuela came in pretty late on that tackle. No contact on the tackle, but probably not. Let's see now. The last one was not really executed to what they want. It's going to be a Clear Fork corner. It's kind of setting all up on the near post. A late run to the back post. Let's see if they pick him up. They do.
Headed away by Vukovic.
That play was nearly great outside the fact that Lex has one of the biggest defenders in the area and he just heads it away. Liam Beer with that late back post run. The run was there. The ball was there, but Jukovic just defended it well.
Martin dispossesses Lexington. Chasing after this ball. Keeps it in. Crosses it towards net. But Reed right on it. 9.5 minutes to go. So it looks like Lexington will jump back over 500. With a 3-goal lead right now. We'll see how it ends up. Foul in midfield. So if Lexington pulls this out and they end up 4-3-1, how do you feel about the rest of their season as we are close to the halfway point if we haven't already reached it?
Yeah, right around there. Certainly a heated conversation with Pete Tim and the referees there. I thought clearly a foul on Perkins. I'm not sure what the intent of the conversation was, but I think for Lexington, I would say it's probably not to their standards. We talked about those community losses, losing 3-0 to Ontario, tying Mansfield Senior. Those are two tough results that you're not used to. That's a good ball in there by Clear Fork. But I think the season is young, and really this season will be defined by what does the tournament look like. They had a quality win against Ashland, who I think many picked to be the top team in the area. But come tournament time, when you have Ontario in the district, Ashland in the district, Lexington, Norwalk, who's always right there. I mean, they've got some solid teams. And then you never know about some of those Sandusky Bay teams of what level they're actually at. They all just kind of only play each other, so you don't really know. So it should be an interesting tournament time. I think this season will really be defined by what the tournament success looks like. I think you can always live with a couple losses or ties or results you didn't really want as long as there's success in the tournament. And so I think for these seniors, they kind of get a chance to write their own story, create their own kind of legacy of what they did. But it's obviously going to be a difficult task.
And with a couple of those matches that you let slip, as here's a ball in the box that just bounces over a couple Minutemen. But with some of those slips in result, you're going to be playing better teams in the tournament now.
Yeah. Yeah, and obviously the team I forgot. Oh, we're going to have a card here. Looks like it's going to go to Pete Tim. I think Dave Kuhn had warned him earlier. There's a yellow there to coach. I'm not sure what the argument is. Too far away, and I didn't see anything. Clearly an offsides was called down there. But obviously, one of the top teams in the area is Madison. And I think Madison has really got a good group, and they are going to be a tough out for tournaments for any of our local teams. So it's going to be a difficult task for Lexington. Certainly it's winnable for sure, but Madison, I think right now is, I would say, by far the number one team in the area. Not that it's not winnable for Lexington. It's just Madison is playing well. They're getting good results, and they're beating some good teams. I'm not sure what the hold-up and play was all about. There was definitely a card to the coach for Lexington. I'm not sure what that conversation was about, though.
But the delay's been much longer than you would think.
Yeah, he's still writing it down there. The clock was stopped, so it's not a stall tactic necessarily. It was certainly something has upset Coach Tim, and I'm just not sure what it was.
7:15 and rolling, as there's a clearance by Clear Fork.
Lexington subbing a couple guys out here. We've got 3 guys coming on. Clear Fork got a little disjointed again after that starting play. Kind of a short goal kick almost right into Lexington, and then just panicked and kicked it out of bounds. So this is going to be you just see the pace of Lexington right now. There's no hurry. He's going to walk to get this throw-in. He's going to take his time on the throw-in.
And pretty much nobody is over to get the ball because we know this is going to the box.
Yeah, they've got such a great weapon Lexington has.
Long run up, and it's a great throw flicked towards goal.
Oh.
A couple deflections and now cleared away.
It was never cleared effectively until that final ball.
A lot of contact there. Foul called eventually on Ashton Boyce. First time we've said his name today.
Yeah, definitely. He kind of went in there and got his hands on him a little bit. Good clear by Jukovic. Ooh, Clear Fork just not quite stringing those passes together like they were earlier. Ooh. It's been a sloppy second half, really. Clear Fork's had moments where they've looked better than the first. But a lot of this type of play, which is kind of back and forth, pinging around, you're just not really sure who's going to come away with it.
Clear by Lexington. Throw for Clear Fork. Still trying to get one on the scoreboard. They got one earlier, just called off via offside rule. They've seen it go in the net. They want to try and get one here before this game ends.
You got to be a little more creative here, just kind of passing the ball forward, backwards a little bit. Allow Lex to just kind of sit in, defend. Got to make him make some good plays defensively.
Nice header flicked back, just right to Lexington. Swendel goes for goal, low-driven shot.
Yeah, I think everybody in the crowd was yelling for a shot there. I don't think you really want that shot. He's 35 yards away. I'm not saying he doesn't have a good shot, but the build-up was on. I think you can find Beachy, you can find McCulley, and you get a better shot. That was a shot, but I just don't think you have to panic into that, and I don't think the crowd helped his cause at all.
Clock has stopped again.
Yeah, under 5 minutes when the game's close, they're going to stop for substitutions. So There's just no time wasting there.
Beachy through 2 defenders. Good
there's
passing.
the build-up.
McCauley turns, plays in Beachy. 50-50 ball won
just a
by.
little too deep. Yeah, Jukovic, you're exactly right. The build-up was good. They're getting better with it. You just got to be more consistent with it, though. Mateo Cruz has checked in the game.
And that ball sent. Long run for Lexington to go get that.
Yeah, but there's no hurry to go get that as well. He's going to walk to it. He's moving to it. So there's no issue there. He's doing what he's supposed to do. He's going to take a long run up for the throw, and he's just – Lexington's a veteran team. They understand these scenarios. There's no need to rush the throw-ins. There's no need to do any of those things. You're just going to kind of let the game just keep going.
Under 4 minutes. Here's an interception. Across the field goes Lexington. Pass by Turlow is cut off. It'll roll out.
I think that might have been Boyce again there. Ashton Boyce. Yeah. A little hard to tell with the numbers up here.
A lot of players don't get normal time, starting to get in here towards the end.
Boyce just kind of smashing that hard, but it might work out for Lex Throne. We'll see.
Beachy plays one through. Well done. McCauley. This is Finn, who is dispossessed, out for another throw. They've been in this exact spot a lot here in the second half.
Absolutely. I feel like they've thrown the ball here probably 10 times in the second half. Finn goes down, maybe trying to get a foul.
Sure. Bren Stool Construction doesn't mind that.
Free advertising for the Clear Fork throw-ins. A little bit of just a little contact there. I think Finn got a little frustrated, came back at him a little bit of laughter. Most of these guys have probably know each other, familiar with each other, maybe played on some club teams together. I know quite a few of them have played club together. I don't know about for everybody, but about 2.5 to go here. Lex is just kind of running the old throw-in drill right now. Just allowing Clear Fork to knock it out, and about every throw-in, Lex taking about 10 seconds off the clock.
So Lexington will jump to 4-3-1. Clear Fork will go 4-5-1.
Clever touch by Boyce there. Might have been a foul. Yep, their referee is going to give it to him.
That's going to draw it at the 15-yard line, so a good spot for someone to take a free kick towards goal.
Wait.
Oh, no, they call it on Lexington?
Well, I have no idea what the call was, I guess.
Yeah, I guess they gave it to Clear Fork. Maybe simulation?
Well, yeah, it's hard to speculate from here, I guess.
It's the only realistic.
I mean, everybody on Clear Fork thought it was there against them as well.
They're lining up for the free kick. Minute and a half to go.
Good skill by Owen.
Almost got that ball through to Weikle.
Late tackle
big
there.
leg kick. And down goes.
Yeah.
Down goes
80
Weber.
seconds left. I think you probably got to bring the card there. Certainly a late challenge. No contact on the ball.
Here's the stop. Stoppage of the clock.
I believe it's just going to be for the injury, yeah. I know it's been a fairly clean game. I just think you want to take care of that situation so there's no retaliation there.
Quickly up to his feet. I'll shout out a couple comments joining us today for this game. Shout out to Billy, Bev, Tiffany, and Jerry on Facebook. Catching this good one where Lexington will improve their record to over 500. And they'll boot this away. Clock rolls, now getting under a minute.
Yeah, if you tuned in late to this one, you missed a lot of the action here. Opening 10 minutes were lots of goals, lots of fun. The next, 70 or so, not quite the same.
Yeah, goals came from Perkins, Lotzenheiser, and Utt. All before we reached 30 minutes left in the first half. And outside of that, it's been fairly sloppy, especially in the second half.
Bit of a heavy tackle there. Yeah, it's getting a little careless. Clear Fork getting, I think they sense the game there. A little bit of frustration.
Just 20 seconds. Got to make it through 20 seconds without getting a card. They've been clean to this point. Only card has been called on Lexington, and it was their head coach. That ball's punched away, and no other play will be set up in the final 3 seconds. That will do it. Lexington just took 10 minutes for them to take this one. 3-0 the final as they take down Clear Fork and up themselves, again, over 500. We'll break this one down when we come back live and free on the OH Report.
We are a compounding pharmacy, so we compound medication that people are not able to find other places. We can make oral liquids, so like liquids you take by mouth. We make creams and ointments, so if you need a medication delivered topically or through the skin, we can get medication into creams that way. We can also make medications into capsules, as well as suppositories, nasal sprays if you need it, things like that.
I think one of the things that makes Wellspring so unique is to give the patient that ability to choose between traditional and or complementary.
If you're needing medication and you're not able to find what you need, or you need it to go into your body in a different way, that's what we help with.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Mechanics Bank Player of the Game, Will Perkins. Will, you kind of had a dream start tonight, 3 goals in about the opening 12 minutes. Talk me through, what was the mentality to kind of kick off tonight?
Well, we had a lot to play for. You know, the lost Kramer family. I mean, we have that on our shoulders. We have a lot going on, and we've been on a roller coaster all season, and we know we got to focus and we got to lock in and we got to do what has to be done. So we came out, we did what Coach told us to do, and we came out and played hard like we wanted to all year.
Absolutely. Let's talk about your goal specifically. I thought you opened the game, you had a goal, had a good assist. Your goal took on a couple defenders there.
Yeah.
Was your thought all along to go front post on that goal, or was that kind of not quite what you wanted?
Well, my shot recently in games have been off, so I just honestly put my head down, followed with the laces. Hopefully it went in because, I mean, I've been off recently with my shooting, so glad that worked out.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I thought your power and just your pace to get in that position was great. What's your role for this team, both as a soccer player but then also as being a senior leader? What's your role?
I try. Well, it's been difficult. It's been really difficult with the roller coaster we've had, but I'm trying to be a leader, trying to pick everyone up, but sometimes it just gets difficult. But if we can keep everyone on the same page and we can all play together and we can not argue during the game, I mean, we're going to be fine. But I just try to make sure we're all playing together and listening to Coach because we've struggled with that all year.
Okay. That's a good role to identify. That's kind of your responsibility. What's next for you guys? Obviously a big local game tonight. Got the win tonight. What's the next for you guys? What are you kind of looking for? What's the next thing for Lexington soccer?
Just keep coming out hard, playing hard, staying focused. We have to stay focused after this game. We can't just keep going up and down, up and down. We gotta come to practice tomorrow and focus up. Yeah,
you certainly have a loaded schedule. You look at the schedule of who you've got. I mean, Mount Vernon's having a nice year. Madison, Dover. I mean, you've got some really quality teams on there. Yeah. What's success for you guys? What's your goal this season? When you started at the beginning of the year, was it we want to do this by the end of the year? What are you looking at?
Win districts, win OCCs. I mean, if we come out and play hard and we lose, I mean, we can't blame ourselves. But if we come out sluggish, I mean, it's on us. There's nothing we can do about that.
Okay, absolutely. So. Any shout-outs? Anybody want to say hello?
Shout out to my parents, my family, grandparents, Geek Bob, Freak Bob, and yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll be right back. This is Mechanics Bank Player of the Game, Will Perkins. We'll be right back after this.
We carry supplements that are from companies that do a lot of testing. So they will test their raw ingredients. They'll test them afterwards as well. And they're testing for both purity and then they're also testing for potency. So things like arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease. We have a lot of supplements and also prescriptions we can recommend and lifestyle type things that can help with that as well.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
And for one final time, coming up to wrap this thing, here from the Colt Corral, Panchos Tacos post-game show, Jonathan Langdon with Jesse Ryder. Thank you for joining me today.
Absolutely. It's been a lot of fun. It's a great game tonight.
Yeah, Lexington wins 3-0. They score all 3 of their goals in the first 10 minutes of the first half, and they're kind of smooth sailing from there. So they take down a local rival. Now they go back out on the road, and they're going to take on a tough New Philly team.
Yeah, New Philly, not a great record, but they're a tough out. You know, they play a decent schedule. So it's going to be, you know, you look at the Lex schedule and they're just loaded. There's not really, outside of maybe West Holmes, there's not really a game where it's just kind of like maybe show up and win. They've got a loaded schedule. They play all the area teams. And, you know, they've got a date with Mount Vernon coming soon, and then Madison shortly after that. Lima Shawnee. I mean, they've got all the big names in soccer right now are coming the Lexington way. So they're going to have a tough road ahead of them. And Yeah, you heard the MVP Will Perkins mention. It's been a bit of a roller coaster. Maybe some results they weren't satisfied with, but it's a quality team. They've got some good players, and they're able to play at a high level. And my guess is they're not quite at that high level yet, that they're going to get better and better. Coach Tim is always doing that, so we'll see how this team ends up come October.
Yeah, and you talk about Mount Vernon. Clear Fork's going to be knocking on their door coming up as well.
Yeah, Mount Vernon's a great team. They have one loss to Ontario, and they're a really terrific team. Clear Fork, listen, I think Clear Fork's got some quality players. I would say this probably wasn't their best showing tonight. There was lacking some consistency, but there's undoubtedly some quality there. I mean, they've got some guys who can move the ball. It just was a little inconsistent in their approach, and they're going against crosstown rivalry, almost kind of big brother, if you will. Lex has been very dominant in this series in the past couple of years, and so I think there was a little bit of that. But to me, I think Clear Fork's a tough out in the tournament. They've got some quality. They're always, we talk about, they're going to work hard. They're going to play hard. They're going to give you maximum effort. And when I think they kind of put things together, they're a really good team.
I want to thank you so much for joining us. That's going to do it for us from the Colt Corral. I want to thank our sponsors one final time. You're seeing them scroll through your screen right now. And we will see you next time. We've got volleyball coming up tomorrow night here on the OH Report. And then week number 5, hard to believe that, fastest 10 weeks of the year, high school football coming up again on Friday. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.